Hello, Andrew. Here is some Week 7 Milestone 2 video feedback for you. Andrew, this is spectacular, really. You've done so many things, and there's so much detail in this, as you mentioned. I like the parallax. I like that you found something that you could adapt, and it works very well. I like how it changes the background image as you scroll past it. And I guess my only comment is everything seems a little pale, semi-transparent. Is there a channel that you set overall? I like it. It lends a kind of visual consistency. Excuse me, from page to page. Anyway, so enough about that. Also, I really admire the way that you've implemented the corporate typeface, which is the slab serif. Be careful about extra letter space between upper and lower case. Extra letter space is good for caps and small caps. I want to close that up. I may have misled you, I think, in an earlier announcement about web typography. See here, for example, I like where you have the widely spaced all caps. That looks great. Watch your size relationships. This looks to be a little bit small. Maybe make it settle on one size of text and maybe one size of head. You don't have that layered text, so maybe one size of head is good. I like the size relationship between this and the text. So good going on type hierarchy. You have this menu is talk about layered. You've essentially got four, or will have four menus. And I see that you have placeholders. Now the spinning effect is what they are going to be on the back side of them. This script, you might try to figure out a way so that I can land on the back side to know what they are. Anyway, it's very clever. I've never seen anything quite like it. I should probably take a look at your CSS to figure out how you've done that. The specials, what is it doing? Oh, let's see, it's taking me to the... How is this going to work? This is a repeat of the menu page. Okay, so your child pages are fairly well fleshed out. There may be just a few little things you could do. Again, I think the text size here is probably too small. I would use whatever the larger size up here is. Probably no reason not to. I see that you've got real copy. You've implemented the corporate palette throughout your site too. Your code, is very sophisticated. It's very clean. Let's see, does this go back home? Oh, here's one thing I noticed. Your child pages, it's difficult to go back to the home. I would expect by clicking on the logo that I could go back to the home page. Or was I on the home page? Okay, not clear. You have a good footer, with social media. And this is the host watermark, I guess, that they put. It doesn't really bother me. I see that you had to create a footer, though, in order to contain it. And it's something that, but if you move this, if you get your own server, I'm surprised you don't have one with your skills. Okay, so what else? Andrew, this is model, perfect. It's not much, there's, you have your HTML page, with some content here. And it looks like, I wonder if you could move some of this to your external style sheet. The div tags, where you are placing elements on the page. Something to consider. I'm just asking that as a question. I'm not saying that you have to do it, but in the interest of keeping style separate from content, it seems to me that this is part of style. You might consider adding that to your external style sheet, which I see you have here, and it looks good. So I think you could consider adding the placement information on your external style sheet, which would make your HTML really all the more about content and nothing else. You have directories. I see you're able to organize your web server with subdirectories for images. Consider other file formats. For example, line art, the logo. I see that although it's transparent, it's likely to be a PNG. Consider SVG file format, which scales up or down infinitely because it retains its vector. nature. I know I'm missing things here, and I'm kind of overwhelmed by your site. I really like the parallax effect. It's very engaging and successful. So, okay, my last note is going to be about spelling. I see that you've misspelled restaurant, and then there was another one. So check your spelling. Let's see, specialties is good. I think I saw specialties misspelled somewhere else. And I don't mean to be pedantic about it, but there's everything else about this website is really first rate. And I just want your language to be the same way. Okay, Andrew, good going. It's been a pleasure having you in the class.